Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Trying to make you a little nervous. Want to see the look on your face, Bob.
Was it
That's
sufficient?
all. You know, I just, you know, I want to put a little seed of doubt in you. You gonna be here? Where the hell is he?
That's right.
Have I ever missed one? Have I ever let you down?
No.
In all the years that we were together. What up, boys and girls? Happy Friday! It is your opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck, and Gato Roberto. He is in, because, oh, wait, JJ, your background. Are you in a different Marriott property in a different Western city?
That is correct. We're just moving on west.
Yeah.
Going further west.
JJ's in beautiful Reno, Nevada. That's the site of the game tomorrow, Nevada Wolfpack and Lobo women's basketball. Last game, they call that the penultimate, JJ, the penultimate game of the regular season. JJ will have the call here. Nobody, when you're not here, nobody updates the damn schedule. What time's the game tomorrow? Oh, there it is. It's right there.
2 p.m. Mountain.
2 p.m. Mountain. Oh, that's the men's game. There it is. Thank you, Adrian. Adrian's putting it up on my screen. 2 p.m. Starts, so 1:30 pregame here on the Sports Animal. So if you're going to the men's game and you're rolling out of the pit, you can flip over to the Sports Animal, and JJ will have that big women's game as they play in Reno. Big weekend for Lobo men's basketball. They will play San Diego State. The place is sold out. I can't tell you how many people, hey, you got a line on tickets? Oh, man. I don't. Are you using your tickets for Saturday? Yeah, I'm using my tickets for Saturday. Yeah. So, JJ, are you using your tickets? Have you given away your tickets yet?
I think my spot will be filled, but if you didn't get tickets for this game, what were you doing?
No.
It was on the calendar forever.
Yeah, and it sold out a while back. It will be played in the Pit, powered by Nusenda, a 10-year, $17.4 million naming rights deal, which, good. You always say, well, what took so long? But I'm glad they got it done. And Nusenda has been a big partner at the University of New Mexico with the credit union, and their CEO is a UNM grad. And Michelle Deerholt said basically that we love this place, and it's got to be called the Pit. It's not going to be called Nusenda Arena, the Pit. It's not going to be called. It's the Pit powered by Nusenda, and they understood. It's the beauty of it. JJ, the official name of that building has never been the Pit. The official name of the building has always been University Arena, nicknamed the Pit. And now the official name of the building will be the Pit, powered by Nusenda. Down with it? I don't know how much Nusenda is going to get.
I'm down with it.
Yeah.
I am too.
Yeah, this is one where it'll be on the broadcast for sure. So every mention, you're coming back, you're listening to the radio, you're watching on TV, it's Pit powered by Nusenda. And you're listening to the announcement yesterday, they understood that people aren't going to stop calling it the Pit,
right? Which
is why they led with
it. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and it's so different than all the other named stadiums.
What do you mean?
Well, name a stadium, and the naming right is usually in front.
AT&T Stadium and Power Stadium.
Yeah, I
Dodger Stadium. Oh wait,
no,
SoFi Stadium.
The Pit, powered by Nusenda, I
Right.
think is fantastic.
Yeah, I don't know if there is another one. And look, and I've said this a zillion times. If you're not the first one on it, then I don't know that you get the value, right? Minute Maid Park used to be Enron Field, I think. I have no idea what the Giants place is, right? It's whatever that phone company keeps changing their name. Do you know what it is? Is it Pac Bell?
I don't.
Yeah. What's Bank One Ballpark now, where the Diamondbacks play? I don't know what it is.
The Chase Field.
It might be that. Yeah. Crypto.com Arena, where the Lakers play. People still, I think, call it Staples Center, right? To some respect. It's if you're not first. Now, I don't think anybody's calling it Wise Pies except for the one emailer we get. I don't think anybody's calling it. What was it? It was Dream Style Arena. It was always the Pit. And I think what Michelle understood, because she's a UNM grad, because she's from here, Michelle Deerholt, CEO and president of Nusenda, is they're going to call it the Pit. So let's embrace that. And then maybe people will embrace us for embracing that. Does that make sense?
Does to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like JJ, when you do broadcast next year, and this starts next year, will you, and maybe you'll be required to, but welcome back to the Pit powered by Nusenda, or the Pit powered by Nusenda is waking up, or the fans here in the Pit powered by Nusenda. Like, you'll mix it in, I imagine.
Oh, I'm sure it's gonna be a requirement on the UNM Sports Radio Network.
Yeah.
It's part of the naming rights deal. I think I'll looking towards next year. Intro and coming back from commercial, I think I'll use the full name, and then probably in-game situation, probably just refer to it as
How
the
often
Pit.
do you say the Pit? Like when you're doing the game, how often do you say it? Because I know how I do.
Most times resetting coming back from a break, or if there's like a big moment and then the fans get into it, and I'm like Pit fans, as you kind of mentioned, rising to their feet, or they're getting antsy or stuff like that.
Yeah, I kind of do it when we open, when we set the scene, from University Arena, the Pit on the campus of the University of New Mexico. It's global basketball or Mountain West Conference basketball, and that's where it's said. And then typically, when the building starts to wake up, I'll say something, and the Pit is on its feet, or the Pit is waking up, or something along those lines. So it's kind of cool. It is the Pit powered by Nusenda. I think the biggest piece here, there's two big pieces. Obviously the name, and because that place means so much to this place, to the people, right? Because that building is such a piece of the fabric of the identity of the culture in sports in this state, period. I would argue, JJ, and Bob, you can jump in on this as well. Is there a more noticeable, what is the single most recognizable landmark is it White Sands? Is it what? It's the Pit, I think. You got something else that stands out? Is Santa Fe Opera House? Like, what is the single most known or recognizable landmark in New Mexico? Not just in Albuquerque. You got to think about it. I'm giving you one nomination. You got another? I'm listening.
I don't. There's so many possibilities.
Well, there's places, there's towns, there's Santa Fe, and there's House, and but a landmark, the Empire State Building, the Arc of St. Louis, the Space Needle in Seattle, right? What is the most recognizable landmark, place, thing, like in New Mexico? It's that building, is it not? I don't even know how you'd argue. I'm listening.
I have nothing here on this.
JJ, you got something? See your.
I'll go with you.
Is JJ frozen on my screen? He might be. You're moving
here.
now. You're moving.
I think the Pit, it's got the established. The only one I would joke and say is Walter Whitehouse.
Okay.
But,
Yeah. That's a fair nomination. Yeah.
20 years ago, I would have said the Chevy on the stick.
Okay. I mean, it's that building, dude.
Yeah.
It is that building. And not everybody, it's not the St. Louis Arc or the Empire State Building.
No.
Or it's not any of those. But as far as what I don't know is recognizable in this state, that's it. And Nusenda was able to put their name and their brand on. And so as far as brand recognition and marketing and what they're doing, and obviously credit unions make a hell of a lot of money.
I know I get a little dividend from them
good.
once a year.
Good. Now you're going to get less because it's going to the naming rights on that building.
That's what I thought when I heard about this.
I think good for them. And that's why for them to embrace the understanding of thinking nothing against what Wise Pies did and what Dreamstyle did. Because I will, people love to rip on those. I will commend Steve Chavez for being the first guy in and when they needed something. I think it was a $5 million deal initially, and then it fell apart with Wise Pies, and what Larry Chavez did with Dreamstyle, because they were local companies who stepped up when nobody else would, right? And if you look at the naming rights on most buildings, stadiums, arenas around the country, most of them, and many are local companies, but most of them have some sort of a local base there.
Yeah.
Well, I don't see Intel or General Mills or Boeing or anybody else stepping up to do much around this. Do you see, like, Intel's got a gigantic presence in this metropolitan. Do you see them anywhere? They don't sponsor or participate really in anything. And that's their prerogative. I'm not mad at them, but that's kind of when you go say AutoZone or FedEx in Memphis or Boeing up in Seattle, or right, it's Crypto.com in LA and Staples in LA, or right, American Airlines has a hub in Dallas. Their name's on everything. The companies who have a big presence here, although they're not based here, they haven't really done much. I mean, did you see General Mills anywhere in this town?
No, in fact, don't see General Mills at all, because didn't they close the plant here?
But ever. I mean, the whole time they were here.
The whole time they were
Right.
here. No,
Intel.
because they're such a big company, they can't bother with the local stuff. Is kind of
that sounds
thinking.
counterproductive to me.
Well, no. What I'm saying is corporate is way off someplace else.
You gotta get at them.
And
Intel the same way.
Intel's the same way. And
Netflix.
Yeah.
You see Netflix anywhere?
Only in their studios.
Okay, that's all I'm saying. And that's why I appreciate these local based companies.
Yeah.
Whether it was Wise Pies, whether it was Dreamstyle, and now it's Nusenda, stepping up in their community. And I know people love to rip on the Wise Pies deal, and it was silly, and it was Wise Pies. People got pissed off. It was different. It was a brand you hadn't heard of. It was what it's referred to as an emerging brand. You know what? Wise Pies is doing just fine, man. They're at freezers all across America. That company took off, and they're doing just fine. But I commend what Steve did at that. And I give Larry a lot of credit for coming in with the Dreamstyle deal. Yeah. Now, they both got sideways with those particular administrations at the time. And it was, both had their own issues with and the administrations were not lacking for fault. But JJ, you see what I'm saying on this? And so for Nusenda to come in and now say, you know what, I get it, and we're not even going to try to make it Nusenda Arena. It's going to be the Pit because it is the Pit, and it's the most revered landmark in our state. Let's embrace that, and we'll power it. And I think the way they did it is really, really smart.
I agree with that. My first reaction, there was a little bit of oh no, because I knew how the fans were going to go at it, given that it's a naming of that and how much it means to everyone. But the way they did it, I appreciate it, because they want to be a part of the athletic department. They want to be a part of the University of New Mexico, and getting that naming rights deal is huge because it will be mentioned on every single broadcast all the time. But they also understood, like, that place is going to be called the Pit. Fans are going to reference it as the Pit. And they didn't change it. Instead of for something wrong, they didn't be a part of something that they feel is really special. And the way that they did it, when you look at the reaction, I think people appreciated how Yuna and Nusenda went about naming right.
Let's try to reestablish JJ's connection too, because you're super breaking up shop. During this break, let's try to reestablish that connection. Let me give you numbers to get. Actually, let me give you this before we do that, because I think we're losing the biggest point of the whole thing. UNM's getting $1.7 million a year out of this for their athletics, and to me, you know, whatever you call the damn place, you're always going to call it the pit. The bottom line is the bottom line. And the fact that there's a 10-year, $17.4 million commitment that is going to go to this athletic department at a time where you are scraping for revenue under every rock, to me, that's the big deal. And so whether this was a Eddie Nunez thing, Fernando Lobo thing, Ryan Berriman thing, because it sounds like it's been in the works for 13, 15 months, whomever it is, whether it was Playfly and Brent Moore got it done, whomever it is that got this done, let's not lose the point of the bottom line here. And that is the revenue that is coming into the athletic department. Okay. And that is what's vital. And so good for Michelle Deerholt and the board over at Nusenda for stepping up and cutting a deal, putting their name on that arena and helping out the university. And it's a marketing play. And they should get something out of it. Well, they're getting something out of it. You're damn right they are, and they should. They're going to spend $17.4 million. They should get something out of it. And the university is giving up an asset to them or selling that asset for $1.7 million a year to go towards athletics. It feels to me like a win-win. I know it's sacred. I know it's your building. I know you love that place, but I'd love to hear how you feel. Man, we got a lot to do on a Friday to get you ready for a weekend. Lobos and San Diego State in the pit powered by Nusenda tomorrow. The Lobo women will be in Reno. We got combines going on, hoops going on, Mountain West track going on. It's just a ton to do. So let's go today. 505-246-0610. We will 505-246-0610. Emails, Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com and JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. On the X, it's _JJ Buck. And on the Facebook, the OD and the AM. Adrian's produced it on TV. We're on our Facebook page. We're on Xfinity Channel 26. We are on the YouTube channel for ProView Networks. We are wherever you want to find us. You can look at our beautiful faces and see the background of the Marriott property in Reno, Nevada, where JJ Buck calls home for the next couple of days. All right, when we get back, let's get into the combine a little bit because he was a first-round pick, 5th overall, was going to save a franchise. And now they said, you know what? Go find a trade. If you can find something better, and knock yourself out. We'll do that when we get back. Hey, what is the most important thing? It would seem to me it's your health. So how do you feel? You've been feeling worn out, gaining weight, fatigue, just not feeling like you used to. It may be more than stress or just getting older. Your hormones could be out of balance. Hormone imbalance can affect both men and women. That's why I tell you about Vita Vital Medical. They're right here in Albuquerque. They have licensed providers who focus on hormone and wellness care for everyone. They offer testosterone replacement therapy for men, women's sexual health treatments for concerns related to hormones, aging, childbirth or stress, and peptide therapy and medical weight loss programs. And what they do is they tailor their programs to your specific needs. This isn't a drive-by here, I need help and take this, and no. They talk to you, they listen to you, they find out what's going on with your body. What are you feeling? What are your goals? What do you want? And they create this plan specifically for you. It's proven to work, and it's proven to make you feel better. So start the path to feeling like you again. Call Vita Vital Medical at 505-240-8559, 505-240-8559. They're online at VitaVitalMedical.com. That's V-I-D as in David, A, V-I-T as in Thomas, A-L, medical.com. VitaVitalMedical.com. Vita Vital Medical, Albuquerque's hormone health expert.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep. All your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletic. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales.
Yeah, chicken in better. Hey JJ, what was my new fantasy football league name from yesterday? What was it going to be? Remember? I had some. What the hell was I talking? We were talking about yesterday. I forgot to put it on the board. Now it's pissing me off that I forgot what it was. It's some saying. I got to remember what it was. JJ's in Reno. I'm merely here. JJ's got all the world travel, goes to all the exotic spots. He's in the biggest little city in the world today. All right, Combine's going up.
So glamorous.
Travel glamorous. People don't even get it. Did you get at least a nonstop from Boise to Reno? Or where the hell were you last?
Yeah, we were on a nonstop.
Salt Lake City.
We were, Salt Lake City.
So is that yes?
The interesting interaction. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, our connection's horrible today. That's what it sounded like a little. Yeah, working on it. All right, I want to get into this because this guy was going to save a franchise. Now maybe he'll save somebody else's franchise. National Football League's going underway at the Combine. And Anthony Richardson was a quarterback that the Colts took out of Florida, and he was going to save their franchise. When he was taken, we talked about, is he ready? Of course he was not ready. He'd started, I want to say, like 14 games in his life, college, high school, but he was an athlete. He still is an athlete. He's been given permission to seek a trade, according to his agent who talked to ESPN yesterday. He lost his preseason quarterback battle with Daniel Jones last year, was relegated to number 2. The Colts want to re-sign Daniel Jones as their quarterback for the foreseeable future. And so the agent is now allowed to explore trades. Look, man, I don't know if this is the end of it. I don't know if he's going to get another chance to be a starter. Where he goes now is as a backup and tries to resurrect his career. I don't want to tell you this is predictable, and he was off injured. And the JJ, this was such a reach when they did it. I thought, I don't know how this isn't predictable. He was the 4th overall pick in the 2023 draft, and he's played minimal games. And when he played, he had minimal success. What do you think they find for a trade? What do you think they're expecting in a trade first?
Mid-round pick?
Like a 4th?
At this point, I would say yes.
All right.
If they can get something that high.
Does this surprise you at all that they're giving up on him?
No, not at all. This is one where Daniel Jones came in, even coming off the injury, there's more trust with Daniel Jones than there is Anthony Richardson. And thinking of spots for Anthony Richardson, if I'm him, I want to be a football player, but he needs to develop. Like he needs to go to a place where there's an established quarterback, and he can just be a backup quarterback.
100%.
Just focus on develop a football player.
All right. So in that vein, because I agree with you, right? I don't want to see him go to Pittsburgh and compete for a job. I don't think he should go to Arizona and compete for a job, because I agree with you 1,000%. I think he needs to go somewhere where there's an established quarterback, to your point, where he can sit back and probably not play, but grow, learn. And he's got, I believe, 1 year left on his rookie deal. Excuse me. So he can go figure it out, and then let's see what happens after that. Like, if you're Buffalo, do you say, "Hey, I'll float you a 5th round pick and see if he's my back, bring him in, maybe he's my back quarterback"? Philadelphia's probably not Philadelphia. New England, I got an established quarterback. He's not coming in to be a threat, but maybe there's some potential there. If my dude goes down, and I can develop a quarterback. Is that the kind of place you're thinking? Because that's where my mind.
Yeah, I think the dream scenario is Buffalo, because Josh Allen was that guy. Now, Josh Allen played a lot more college football, but he was a super athlete with big arm that didn't complete a high percentage of his passes. And he is the outlier in terms of the guy that was able to just be a ridiculous over athlete, become an elite quarterback.
Yeah.
You're just looking for, can you find any consistency now in Anthony Richardson? And it's just that style of player, that style of athlete. So, like, the ultimate mentor, I think, would be Josh Allen, just because he's similar into the way that he played, and then he developed into this guy that can beat you with his arm, but his athleticism is still a plus.
What about Baltimore?
Yeah, and it's that same kind of system. Took a runner into a pocket passer, showing off the arm. Same type of deal. Now, I think a little different moving forward to that. Lamar Jackson is still Lamar Jackson, but new coaching staff and everything this season with the Ravens.
Yeah, I think that's exactly where he needs to go. I think that's 100% where he needs to go. A place where he can develop.
Are any of these, places where, I think the challenge, I would say Minnesota, but with J.J. McCarthy, I think that would be super challenging.
No, he can't come to Minnesota. Minnesota's
young, unproven guys.
Yeah, no. Minnesota.
But I'm talking that coach, Kevin O'Connell, Kyle Shanahan, guys like that.
Yeah. San Francisco would be all right because he doesn't play there either. Bob, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hello, Bob.
Hi. How are you guys doing?
Good. How you doing, man?
So first of all, I just want to say, I think Anthony Richardson is going to be a great quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys eventually.
Really? Okay.
And also, I just want to say it's cool about the pit and all, but did you guys know that we are the largest city without an arena? This place needs an arena, not necessarily for basketball, just in general.
Bob, I've been singing that song for 3 decades. Yeah, I did know that. And I can't agree with you more. We need an arena in this town. More than we need a soccer stadium, yes, we need an arena, and I've been screaming it since I got here.
More than we need a Walmart at this point. I don't care if we call it Sadie's freaking field house.
Yep, I agree with you. We need one. You and I are on the same page. Bob, appreciate you, man. Have a great weekend. Yeah, he's singing that song. I mean, how long have I been, since you've known me, I've been singing that song, right?
Oh, it's a classic. It's always number one on the countdown.
It is, yes. We need an arena. I mean, something, for other events outside of Lobo Athletics. All right, well, I want more, I got more stuff in the combine. I want to get in on the Anthony Richardson thing because I think it's fascinating. Where's Tua going? And what can they do with Tua and Deshaun Watson? Deshaun Watson, I do believe, is going to be the starting quarterback for the Browns on opening day. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we're the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now. Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit
Oh, look at that. We're going to hoe here. Early morning hoe, JJ Buck.
That's right.
Wake them all up, dude. It's 6:30 in the morning in that hotel. Wake everybody up. Want more? I got more, man.
No, I was just thinking I have a new goal in life to outlast you in a hoe.
You went out hoe me. You can't out hoe me, and you can't out jewelry store John Thomas Jewelers because they got the no regrets engagement ring going on. You can go over there not just on a hoe Friday, but any day you want. Take advantage of what they got, guys. One of the hardest things to know when you're buying a ring is she going to love it? And the beauty of what John Thomas has created is the no regrets engagement ring exclusively at John Thomas Jewelry. Custom made, fully visualized, and guaranteed she'll love it or they'll redesign it for free. That makes John Thomas Jewelers the only jewelry store offering peace of mind through full visualization, on premises, custom design. They do it right there. They don't send it out. A 1-year no penalty exchange program, even on custom rings, and a free lifetime nationwide warranty. The diamonds, by the way, they're the most beautiful, brightest, best you can find. Hand selected by John Thomas Jewelers in Antwerp, Belgium, which is the diamond capital of the world. This is category defining. No one comes close to matching what they do. The quality is the best. You can design it, or you can take you look at one of the 3,000 bridal sets they have right there at John Thomas Jewelers now. Fellas, if she doesn't love the ring, you can have it redone within a year at no additional cost. There's no guesswork. There's no regrets. There's no worries. No one else does this. There's no limits, so there's no reason to go anywhere else. John Thomas Jewelers is my jewelry store, and they will be yours. Figure out why they've been named best jewelry store in Albuquerque 5 years in a row. One of America's coolest jewelry stores. John Thomas Jewelers on the 3rd floor of the Lewis University building on Louisiana, 1 block south of Manal, across the Coronado Center. John Thomas Jewelers, where Albuquerque gets engaged. JJ, my fantasy football team was wins above bubble. Thanks to Stigler for that. And evidently, we're not.
Wow.
We're not promoting Bobby's bus trip enough because he hit me early on. He's like, I won't bother you again. But he said 1 more week. The deadline is March 9th to get on that bus trip to go to the Mountain West Conference tournament. Tax returns are coming in. What better way to spend it than a trip to Vegas for the Mountain West Conference tournament? Payday today also for many. Still some space on the second bus. You've got options. You can go stay at the Mandalay Bay, or you can stay at the Excalibur. If you want to go to the Mountain West Conference tournament, there's a bus trip and transportation in and out of there. And while you're there, and you can stay at either the Mandalay Bay or Excalibur, call Bobby 505-974-0215. He also said, my answer to your landmarks in New Mexico would be Balloon Fiesta Park. I think Balloon Fiesta Park, he said, is maybe the landmark. I don't know, man. I don't know that anybody, I think everybody knows there's a balloon. I don't know that they know that there's necessarily a park. That's all right, 505-246-0610. Talking about Anthony Richardson. JJ, I've told you this. I think Deshaun Watson is going to be the starting quarterback for the Browns opening day. it kind of comes down. I mean, there's three of them in camp. It's Shedeur Sanders, it's Dylan Gabriel, it's Deshaun Watson. The new head coach there is Todd Monk, and he said Wednesday he's interested in seeing whether Watson can get back to his former level of performance. Do you realize it's been 6 years since we watched Deshaun Watson be Deshaun Watson? 6 years.
It's been a minute.
I don't know that we're getting anything out of him. We'll see. He said, quote, I think anytime you have a player that one time has exhibited the skill set at an elite level, I think you're always going to give him the benefit of the doubt that somehow we might be able to get that out of him. Well, that sounds to me like he's the front runner, doesn't it?
It sounds like he's very interested in seeing Deshaun Watson play football. And here's the thing. All these quarterbacks in the league, all these teams that are trying to find a new quarterback that want to stink to get the number 1 overall pick, someone still has to play these teams. Someone still has to start for all these teams. And there's, unfortunately for every franchise, there's not going to be an answer this offseason. Even if you try to find one. If you're ripping the Band-Aid off in Miami and throwing Tua to the curb and drafting a quarterback in the second or third round, you're still taking your chance. You're not sure. And the same thing for Cleveland. Because outside of Fernando Mendoza in this draft, what you're really doing is just bringing in another Shedeur Sanders or Dylan Gabriel. So someone is going to have to start for you. And it is not crazy that Deshaun Watson will be the quarterback starting the season for the Cleveland Browns.
Well, so what about Shedeur? And he was asked about Shedeur Sanders. Was Todd Monk and the head coach there? Quote on Shedeur, I think what you see is elite playmaking ability that's in him. You've seen it. We've seen it. You saw it in college. You saw it on tape last year. Sure, there's a ways to go, but what rookie isn't? I mean, what first-year player doesn't have a long way to go? End quote. All right, that's nice. So what I hear is, man, he might be our guy for the future, but I'm giving Deshaun a shot because, A, we guaranteed him $240 million for crying out loud, and our cap hit is like $90 million or $80 million if I let go of him, so we're giving this guy a chance to play. And yeah, Shedeur's there, and we saw it, we like him, but he's probably my number 2 guy. And then the guy drafted in front of Shedeur is probably my number 3 guy, Dylan Gabriel still. That's how I interpret it going into.
I'm right on board with you. That's a way to read it from Todd Monken. That's a way to look at how he's going to manage this situation in Cleveland. And I think we were talking last year. I thought we might even see Deshaun Watson late in the season if he was cleared. But it was a Shedeur Sanders show, which I'm sure that franchise was fine to see him on the football field. And if you're Todd Monken, this is the way you have to handle it right. Because there's not an immediate answer in free agency. You don't have a pick of the litter when it comes to the quarterback class. Not one, where there's 2, 3, 4 guys after the number 1 overall pick. So you kind of got to talk yourself into making this work. But again, someone's going to have to play quarterback.
Yeah.
And you got 3 of them.
And they're not going to draft one, right? I mean, they're not in the market. Do you think? First of all, I don't think this draft is nearly deep enough where they start digging again because they dug twice last year in the 3rd and the 5th round. And next year's draft supposedly is way richer. And so if they're in this situation again next year, they find something. They got 3 dudes. You got to make something work, don't you think? You got a million other places that you've got to get better. Your offensive line absolutely needs to get better. You need a receiver. You need help in the secondary. Like, they do not dip into the quarterback, right?
I don't think Cleveland does. I don't, because if you're looking at Ty Simpson,
no,
and then you're going down the list, Drew Aller, Penn State, Grant Nessmeyer, LSU, those guys, you're grading them versus Shedeur Sanders. That's what you have right now. Maybe like Simpson has more upside, but you really feel like you want to use a 2nd round pick on that right now with what that quarterback room looks like. And I understand you always have to be aggressive at the quarterback position if that's a position of need, but I don't see that benefiting Cleveland long term. Like, Ty Simpson is better than what they have in the building. Could he turn into it? Sure. That's the chance, the risk you take in the draft. But I think a lot of teams will be on an NBA this year and looking towards next year's quarterback.
Tank. Yeah, that makes things tough. All right. I got more from the combine I want to get into. You guys are already hitting me with emails and texts on new Syndic Credit Union and the pit and the need for an arena and the hoe. Well, people like that early hoe segment. Gato Roberto. That was a big deal. They want to rename the bridge. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to keep people on their toes.
What do you think of the Rio Grande Gorge Bridge as one of the landmark? Here's how I'm defining a landmark. Something that people who are not from here recognize. That's what I think of as a landmark. People who don't know much about, like, if you don't know anything about Seattle, you know the space. You don't know anything about St. Louis, you know it's the Arc, right? The Arc to the west. If you don't know anything about New York City, you know they have the Empire State Building. That's what I mean as a landmark. If people don't know anything about New Mexico, they might know the Pit. That's what I'm saying as far as why I believe it to be the most famous landmark. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one, cover it with green stuff.
Opening drive will be from Las Vegas, and I want to say thank you to the partners who are making sure that we are going to be there to bring that content to you. Eco Electric, your PNM authorized car charger installer. Frontier Restaurant, an Albuquerque tradition for red and green chili, fresh flour tortillas, and fresh sweet roll. Sandia Resort and Casino, close to home, far from ordinary. John Thomas Jewelers, where Albuquerque gets engaged. Frank Supply Company, the complete source. Find every tool you need for every job. And airport parking, safe, secure, and the lowest price to park at the Sunport. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. JJ is in Reno. Gato Roberto's in today, producing on this side. 505-246-0610. Emails, Jeff, sports@WBQ.com. And JJ, sports@WBQ.com. Thanks, Jeff. Gato Roberto, that early 7:36 a.m. host segment. That was awesome. Got to get my Friday going, and I needed that. You're welcome, John. See? Look at that. Mike says, not feeling Jeffaloo. I have yet to hear a single OD caller refer to the Albuquerque Sports Stadium at whatever credit union field. The only one that does it is that baseball honcho that comes on the OD to hype it a couple times a year. Yeah, that's fair. Rio Grande Credit Union Field at Isotopes Park. Is that what they call the ballpark, did you?
I believe that is correct.
Yeah, look, they got their presence all around there. Their signage is all around. However they judge the value of it, you're right. It's Isotopes Park. In fact, I think United almost never refers to it, right? They only call it the Lab. They won't even call it Isotopes Park. Father, I think anytime you hear it from United, who also plays there, because they don't get any money from it, I think the Isotopes get the naming rights on it. So it's just the Lab, right? If I'm not mistaken. Do you ever hear the Isotopes call it, or the United call it Isotopes Park or Rio Grande Credit Union Field at Isotopes Park?
No, I don't.
It's just the Lab. I call it the ball pitch because it's a ballpark and it's a pitch, and so I call it the ball pitch. So that's. All right, what else I got for you here? Carl says New Mexico Educators Federal Credit Union Gymnasium. This place isn't going to last a week, Jeffy, let alone 10 years. All right. I'm not sure. The place, the name, what, the building's going to fall down? What? Lobo Hobo says we need a new state-of-the-art facility, Jeffy, not a renamed old dump that's not going to last another 10 years. Do we not think the pit's going to be around for 10 years? Is that what I'm hearing from those people? We need an arena outside. Yeah, we need an arena separate of the pit is what I believe. And I think that's what Bob, that caller, was saying. Is there, look, the pit's not state-of-the-art. But it's ow. Right? It's New Mexico. It's the romanticizing of that pit. I mean, the facility is going to be around another 10 years, is it not?
I would expect it to be, and this naming rights deal is just over $17 million for 10 years. I don't really think you're going to be able to build a brand new arena for $17 million. So
I promise
don't think this is a one or the other thing.
Yeah, no, I promise you're not. And the new facility, whatever money that they're looking for, is going into football, right? Because you've got a fully functional and well-loved basketball, right? So, I mean, I don't know. Unless there's something I don't know, is the place literally falling down? I really like these early Bobcat hoes. That's from Lobo Hobo. Mike says, if Jason and Jerome just waved the white flag, Jeff, did you see NMSU's last night? They're not going to make a deep run in Huntsville. They got run. I did watch JJ, some Conference USA basketball, and it was actually pretty good. I watched the Jacksonville State Delaware game. Yeah, you caught that too, or what?
Yeah, I did watch that one.
It was on CBS Sportsnet. It went overtime. And it went the way the Aggies needed it to go because Delaware's fighting with the Aggies down towards the bottom. 80-70, Jacksonville State beat Delaware. The Aggies got pounded 93-70 at Western Kentucky. And so, I mean, they got down early. They were down by 22 at halftime. It was 48-26, and they couldn't get back out of that. So there's, where are we at? 18. There's 2 games left, I believe, on the conference schedule. There might be 3, and I think there's. And the Aggies again have to finish in 10th place or better in a 12-team league, and they are tied for 9th place. UTEP, Florida International, and New Mexico State. Delaware's 1 game behind them. The last 2 teams are going to get left out. Aggies have 3 left to play at Middle Tennessee tomorrow. Come home for Jacksonville State and Kennesaw State. Middle Tennessee is in the middle of their league at 8-9. Jacksonville State is in the middle of their league at 9-8. And Kennesaw State is also at 9-8. Like everybody in that league feels like they're the same. JJ, bottom line is if they don't win the home games, they probably just don't deserve to be in the conference tournament. And I think if they win their home games, they're probably going to get in. I mean, here we are getting into your conference tournament as a 9 seed, right? So, I mean, literally
How
where we are with
that, man? Would have never have thought this. That we're discussing them not getting into the conference USA tournament.
Yeah.
And I know Hooten was on with you guys the other day, and he was talking about development and trying to figure out who this team was. But for them, it just felt like they were going to have something. And you beat the Lobos that way. You show your athleticism, the length that you have, and they have just not been able to build off.
You know, when they started out 6-0, they beat New Mexico. They beat UC Irvine. And look, UC Irvine's 19-10, and UC Irvine's the second place, actually tied for first place with Hawaii in the Big West. I mean, UC Irvine was a decent win. New Mexico was a good win. The rest of that, I mean, Samford, Georgia State, whatever. But they started out 6-0. There's no way you sat there and thought, you know what, they're going to be scuffling just to get into their conference. Yeah, it's crazy. All right, we got more combine NFL stuff I want to get into. I got to get into the Tua stuff. Where's he going to go? Lobos in San Diego State tomorrow. Which Aztec team are you going to get? Hell, which Lobo team are you going to get tomorrow? I want to go there as well. And does this one feel different with San Diego State coming in? They've been coming into that place for years and years and years and years. And this is the last one for, maybe ever. I don't know. Is this because it does feel different to me? It's the opening drive. JJ's in Reno. Bob and I are just right here. Beautiful. Going to be 78-degree Albuquerque, New Mexico. On 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
The Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action find it on ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we're the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Hey, JJ, by the way, and I've been meaning to hit this, and I'm going to get into all that. Have you seen what Jalen House is doing in the G League at all? Have you watched the numbers that the former Lobos buckets? Dude, he had 45 points and 8 assists the other night, about 6 days ago. He broke franchise record for scoring in a game. He broke the franchise record a week ago for assists, 17 assists in a game. But dude went for 45 and 8 in a G League game the other day. Like, Jalen House is balling at the G League. It's awesome.
Jalen House is a fantastic basketball player. He had an attitude that some people didn't like, but he was so good. And he's proving to you the kind of scorer and player he can be. Yeah, he's just in the G League, but man, like putting up those numbers, he's someone who feels like we'll give him a two-way opportunity.
Yeah, it might be the Clippers, right? I mean, he's playing for their G League team. And
especially with what's going on down the stretch for the Clippers.
Damn right. No, I think he gets a shot. He will be in the NBA, I believe, this year. I firmly do. All right, Lobos and Aztecs tomorrow. San Diego State's coming off their decisive, convincing. Give me the word. I mean, they handled Utah State the other night at VAI. On Wednesday night, they were really good. You got a better word than decisive or convincing?
I think that sums it up very well.
Yeah, I mean, they handled Utah State. Does this one feel different? And look, I've been here 30 years. I believe this is my 30th Lobo basketball season, and it's always been kind of cool when San Diego State comes in, and really over the last 2 decades now that they've been good. And not just because, yes, I went to school there, that's my alma mater, but there's been something about that rivalry, right? The New Mexico-San Diego State rivalry, especially here. And I think there as well. But I think over the course of this league, over the last at least 2 decades, the best, most consistent rivalry in this league has been New Mexico-San Diego State in basketball. And the fact that it's ending, and I'm not going to get into, the whole split and who should be and why should be. I'm more looking at, and maybe it's just me. Do you feel differently with San Diego State coming in this time than maybe you do any of the years past?
Yes. And I think definitely, depending on what type of game it is, if it's a close back and forth game, late second half, the building is going to be phenomenal to be in. And they're going to give it to Dutcher. They're going to give it to the Aztec, knowing that they're not coming back. And I do think that the closer we get to tip off, getting into the game, it's going to hit you that this is not happening again.
Yeah. Yeah. I Boise State's one thing. Okay. So Boise State, whatever, that doesn't hit me the same way. Colorado State maybe should, and they'll be here on Wednesday, and we'll have that conversation next week. The fact that Fresno State's not going to come back. Okay, cool, whatever. And even Utah State, right? But San Diego State to me has been, since Utah left the league, and it was, the Lobos in Utah, when Majerus was here, that was always something special. But I started thinking about some of the players and plays, the Lamont Butler shot that he hit to beat New Mexico at the buzzer the year that they went to the final. Kawhi Leonard, DJ Gabe, Billy White. I mean, just some of the players who have come through with San Diego State and some of the great games that the Lobos and Aztecs have played over the years. Of all of them, and understanding that I've got a different perspective. And so this is where I'm kind of putting it out there, and I'm wondering, am I alone? It sounds like I'm not. Do you guys feel differently? I get it. You hate them, and you should hate them. And I'm cool with that. I think that's the beauty of rivalry. You hate the Aggies. I think that's wonderful. This, of all the losses, JJ, I'm thinking of football and basketball with the leagues. Of all of them. I mean, Fresno State not coming in to play football, or Boise State not coming in to play football, or whatever. But of all of the losses with the Pac in the Mountain West splitting, this is the one matchup that I think I personally will miss the most. And I got to believe it's right up there for the majority of Lobo. And that's why it just feels different going into tomorrow.
It's because they've played so many meaningful games. All those names that you ran down. You think about, Darrington Hobson, or even Alfred's early years, those teams that were competing and getting the NCAA tournament, and you're running into the Aztecs and Avery Thames, then Kendall Williams and Cameron Barris, Kirk, their battles with the Aztecs. So they played meaningful games, not just in the regular season, but in late. And that rivalry was played to win an automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. So it's one that has been backed up in the postseason. It's backed up in the regular season. Yes, the Aztecs have had the NCAA tournament success, but they've been teams that are battling to build their resumes together in the Mountain West Conference. And I'm with you. Of the teams that are leaving just the basketball rivalries, this is the one that you're going to miss the most. There's been good games with Boise State and Utah State and Colorado State over the last few years, but it's been Mexico and San Diego State that have played some of the biggest games.
Do you feel these
of
two
that rivalry?
They have the most mutual respect for each other? San Diego State, because I think Global fans, as much as you hate them, I think you respect their program.
Because I think what we've seen, and since it's been announced, it feels like the Aztecs are the one that they're not wishing for you to just die. Like Boise State, Utah State, they want the Mountain West Conference, they want the Lobos, they want all these other teams to just die and stop playing sports. Like they've been this concrete boot that's dragged you down all these years, which isn't the case. It's just a stupid mindset from fans going over the top instead of having a fun rivalry, taking your shots at an opponent. Like they literally want like New Mexico and everyone else just stopped playing athletics. And they
Yeah, no, there's an animosity, and somehow you've been the noose and the anchor around our neck and keeping us away from getting to the final. Oh, wait, San Diego State got there. Away from getting into the college football playoff. Oh, no, Boise State got there out of this, too. Yeah, somehow they've done you wrong. And I'll tell you this. In San Diego State, and we've had this conversation for years, and I'm intimately familiar with this. Their fan base has that, and what I've referred to for a long time, and I mentioned this to J.D. Wicker, their athletic director, and he kind of chuckled at the term. But the term that I've used for years, right? There's a geographical arrogance to San Diego State, right? First of all, they've got a little bit more money than most of the teams in this league, and they've got San Diego. And I mean, back to when I was there. Well, yeah, whatever. You live in Laramie, all right, so you beat us, but you got right. Yes, they've got America's finest city, and there's this whole whatever. But we're in San Diego, and you're in a beautiful place. But so are we in Albuquerque, and they just most of them never taken the time. I told you the conversation I had with one of my buddies over text about the bowl game, and he's never been here, but he was able to just bash on Albuquerque because it's so easy, and he's never been here because why would you ever leave San Diego? Why would I ever leave? Get out in the world, man. There's a whole world outside of Southern California. But I think there's been a respect, at least basketball wise. And I think, and there's also, you know what? There's also been that kinship, and kinship's probably not the right word, but the kin is family, and family goes somewhere else. Rocky Long, Danny Gonzalez, both coached here, then went there, then both came back here, right? So there's been that. Mark Martinez, the baseball coach who was there for a long time, was here before he went there. There's been a lot of guys going back and forth there, Jordan Bird and the guys who play for, from New Mexico who went and played there. There's just always been some sort of connection, right, between the two athletic programs. And I don't know, man. I do believe, at least what I hear from the people with whom I speak, and then the stuff I read on the social media, I also think there's a little bit of from San Diego State's side when they were going, they're trying to convince themselves that somehow Texas State is better than New Mexico, and they're like, maybe we should have taken New Mexico along on this trip as well.
Yeah, it's a bit of an eye opener. I think they still will call it a win because they get to call themselves Pac-12 and they'll be on the USA Network. This is television, and they're going to have their product out there. But this isn't you just slid into a power conference slot. Big Ten and SEC are going to respect you. That was never going to be the case.
No, of course. I just love your thoughts, man. As you're going into this one tomorrow, does it hit different or is it whatever, Jeff? I don't know what the hell you're talking about. It's another game. Let's go kick their ass. And I don't care. I hate those guys, and I always hated them. And I'm cool that you do. I think that's the beauty of rivalries. But I don't know, man. This one just, for me, hits a little different because I don't know when next time we're going to see that rivalry in this place. And I think that's been the best one, maybe outside of New Mexico State, but certainly the best league rivalry annually that New Mexico has had over the years. And I think it's made both programs better and certainly made the atmosphere better. And I'm going to miss it a little bit. So I just wonder where you guys are. And if I'm alone, you can say, Jeff, you idiot. I mean, shut up and go to the game and wear the right damn color for your section and, whatever. I'm down with that as well. All right, we'll get into the game itself. 505-246-0610. Who you got tomorrow? Lobos and Aztecs. We'll do that and the rest of the conference basketball. Lakers last night and the Suns. That was a rough one. We got to go there, too, because you're already in on that. I'm playing Prize Picks, #1 app for sports picks in America. It makes watching the games just a lot more fun. You and I watch the games. We watch so many of them. What I've discovered is Prize Picks takes the experience to a whole new level, and they're giving you $50 in lineups right now instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. So get in on this. There are a bunch of different ways for you to play, but the premise is really easy. You pick more or less on stat projections. Then you put together a lineup of 2 to 6 players, and when you're right, you win. Winning's fun. You stack players if you want. What does that mean? You can play Luka or you can play Wemby or whomever it is you like and take their total points and their rebounds and their assists all in one lineup, and you can only do that in Prize Picks. Also in Prize Picks, you can get paid even if one of your picks misses. If you want the biggest payouts, you can go for the power play. Mix your sports if you'd like in one lineup. You can play basketball, baseball, hockey, tennis, soccer. How you play and how you win is up to you. I'm looking at tonight, man. If you want to play Duncan Robinson of the Pistons against Cleveland, 19.5 points, rebounds, and assists combined. All right, you want to do that? You can play Jalen Tyson of Cleveland against Detroit, 9.5 rebounds and assists, more or less. And then you could pair that with some tennis. You can play Yannick Hanfmann, 18.5 total games. You can play Peyton Stearns today. She's playing Oksana Seles, 17.5 total games. That's how it is. It's really fun. Download the PrizePicks app. Use the code KNML. You get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineups. That's code KNML, $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup on PrizePicks. It's good to be right.
This report is sponsored by WeatherBug.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletic. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep. All your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood.
And Guath and Company, if they come over, then you're going to be able to make a play. If you're Bouillon or Rock, who's ever at the 5 at that moment in time, like, I want less congestion in the lane against San Diego State.
Oh, I think that's right. And Guath played 24 minutes. Magoon Guath is the the reigning conference defensive player of the year, but he's been hurt. And so he hasn't played a whole lot, but he's 7 feet and a wingspan that feels like it's 106 feet long. I mean, he's there. He comes from behind. He pulled down 9 rebounds, had 9 points, but he's a disruptor at the rim. And it's interesting too. How does Dayton Albury handle that when he's able to get by his guard, whomever that happens to be, whether it's whoever's guarding him? It's probably going to be. What do you figure? Bird guards him and Harrington guards Hall. Is that kind of how you figure they? And then Dixon Waters will be on Hoff. Is that kind of how you figure they play that? Because Bird's their best defender.
I can see that matching up. Bird, definitely. I think Bird will pick up Albury initially, and then potentially bounce around at times on the matchups. And if you're the Lobos, it's one where you need Scholl and or Hop to hit their average. One of those dudes has to score 8 to 10 points.
Well, I mean, I would almost argue you need them both. They both got to contribute. And Scholl, for this team to click where they want to click, Scholl's got to be good, man. He just has to be. I'm not worried about Hop necessarily scoring. He had the 30 against Air Force. Okay, cool, he can. Part of your game plan to win never was Luke Hop has to score a ton. It never was.
It doesn't have to be a ton of points, but one of those dudes has to score 8 to 10 points.
That's where I'm going. It's got to be Scholl. Hop's got to score. It can't be 0 or 2 free throws. I mean, there's got to be 6, 7, 8 points. Scholl's got to contribute because otherwise, where are you getting it? Now, Bouillon had a gigantic second half against San Diego State in VA. Right? To me, still the best half of basketball I think I've seen him play was the second half of their loss in San Diego. Do you agree with that? He was a man, dude. He was a different cat. He was
awesome.
Yeah. if you can find that dude. But if Scholl doesn't score, where are you getting it from? I promise you. I mean, I don't have to be sitting in their room, and I didn't bug their meeting room. But the defensive game plan for San Diego State is to make it really uncomfortable on Albury, and more so, do not let Hall get off shots. They're going to harass Hall from the logo in. There's going to be very few open looks for Jake. He's going to have to work for everything he gets, and they're really good defensively. And if Bird's the dude who's on him, or Bird's on Albury and Harrington's on him, however they do it, they're good defensively. That's what they do. And you say, Reno was good last week, and Reno took, Nevada was a Steve Alford game and all. Yeah, all that's right. San Diego State has built a 20-year run on what they do defensively, and they got athletes. I think Scholl's got to score.
I hear you on that. It's pressure's going to be on him. I'm looking at both those guys. One of them has to hit their averages. Potential is there for Scholl to score more, but at this point, that's who he is. And the Lobos, when you talk about what they need from their offense, of what they're going to see, it is space. It's not going to clog in the lane. And then, Bullion, just be confident in that move, in that quickness. Don't just try to run into everything and be a bull in the china shop. You have some skill. You have to use it against the Aztecs.
All right, 505-246-0610. It's a big one tomorrow. Lobo fan, how you feeling? You're coming off a loss. They're coming off a win. You're one game out of first place. You could walk out of the pit tomorrow afternoon, depending on what happens with Utah State, and you can feel really good about life, right? I mean, even if you beat the Aztecs, you can feel really good about life. Utah State tomorrow hosts Grand Canyon. That'll be an evening game, so you won't know what they do, but you can walk out of there half game out of first place, right? And feel really, really good about it, and send them off into oblivion. All right, 505-246-0610. We'll take this break. I got a sweet deal. We get back on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, Sports Animal.
This report brought to you by Quality by Dealer.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletic. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, The question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, backed by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the
They're at 9 o'clock because they're going to be gone at 9:03 because, well, they're one of the best we do. It is Firehouse Subs. Lucas is here. What's happening, man?
Hey, not much. I'm just excited to be here. Thankful that you guys, helped me with my success.
Congratulations on all the success. JJ, you miss out. JJ's in Reno. He's in a Marriott property in Reno right now doing Lubbock Women's basketball. He brought me the Captain Sorensen sauce, JJ. This is the good stuff.
Yeah, that's our house sauce. I love to bring you guys our hot sauces. Let our customers, your listeners know. You come to Firehouse Subs. You got a huge selection of hot sauces for your sandwiches. Love to bring you guys it so you can try it out.
No, that's one of my favorites. I told you I put on my eggs the other day.
It's great.
It was great.
Yeah.
Here's the sweet deal. You go to our website, sportsanalabq.com. You click on the sweet deal logo, and you do it at 9 o'clock. You spend $30. You get $60 to spend at the 7 Firehouse Subs in the greater Albuquerque area. They got the new chicken and cheddar rancher sub coming soon. But you can order now on the Firehouse Subs app. You guys are giving back to the community. You're opening up another store. Talk about the big things that are going on.
Well, we just recently passed $100 million in donations nationwide. Yeah, thank you to all of your listeners and our customers that ever donated. New Mexico is one of the top performing states for donations.
That's so
something to be super proud about. And want to let your listeners know we got French fries in all of our restaurants.
I just tried it. 45 minutes old. They were still crunchy and warm.
They stay crunchy. They're the best in the business right now, and you can't miss out on these. They're fantastic.
No, and it's like it's hot, it's hearty. They give back to the community. A portion, I don't know what the percentage is, but goes back to first responders, right?
Every purchase, no matter what, is going to have a portion of it going back. But we also raise money through different avenues in the store and out of the store, and just couldn't do it without our customers. So always super anytime I get a chance to say thank you, I like to tell everyone that's ever donated, thank you guys so much. We really do save lives. I got hundreds of stories of police and firemen telling me this.
I'd like to sit in here and just have you do a bunch of segments and just tell this, because I love that kind of stuff. I know you got to be next door really quick, but we can talk about all you do, but really the food's and then there's that and what you guys do with your son.
Well, that's kind of what attracted me to franchising with Firehouse Subs when I got involved. My brother's a fireman. I was getting out of the military. And what I fell in love with was the Public Safety Foundation, and the product is just exceptional. We got the best sandwiches on the market, and just a really good value. And now we got these French fries, and they're just exceptional too. My favorite, and they just stay crispy even to go. It's shocking.
Well, I appreciate breakfast. JJ, I would save you some, but I guess they're already gone. So I appreciate you bringing in breakfast for us. Family, it's a family of restaurant owners and teams, and mouth-watering, hot, hearty subs. It's just the way you like them. It's Firehouse Subs. Go to our website and do this. Become a Firehouse Rewards member. Go to firehousesubs.com. You earn points and $10 off your first order. So if you become part of that and you go through the app and you get all that done, and
the best thing I could tell listeners, if you're a customer of Firehouse Subs, download our app, order off the app. You'll be able to use those rewards points, and they go a long ways. You get free subs pretty quick.
Beautiful. $30 you'll spend. $60 you will get to spend at Firehouse Subs. It's our sweet deal. It goes live on our website, sportsanimалabq.com. Hit it at 9:00. $30 gets you 60. Always appreciate you. Look, your escort is here. Your chauffeur is here. He's taking you to the next one.
Always great.
Appreciate
Thanks
breakfast. Thanks for the sauce, Lucas, and congratulations on all the success. All right, 505-246-0610. Sorry, JJ, you missed out on that one. I got fries. I got a club. There's all kinds of grub in here today because you're in Reno.
Sounds fantastic.
What's the hotel breakfast spread look like today? Runny eggs and a yogurt, right?
I don't think we get catered breakfast at this hotel property.
All right. All right. Lobo baseball's 8-0. They're going to play. Is it St. Thomas? I'm pretty sure that's it. Fred, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hello, Fred.
Hey guys. Hey, I want to talk about the Lobos for just a second, but first I want to just remind everybody they're playing St. Thomas, the baseball team. We're 8-0, number 2 hitting team in the country. Play today. Guys, can you imagine 70 degrees this whole weekend out there watching baseball? They play at 2 o'clock today.
Sounds like you should get a tea time, Fred. That's what it sounds like to me. Get a tea time.
Double header on Saturday. And any baseball fans, I'm going to go to the basketball game first. I'm going to go to the second baseball game. But it's going to be a parking problem. But baseball, park in the back in the dirt behind the stadium because you're going to have a heck of a time going because the football, the basketball game and baseball starts at the same time. But anyway, St. Thomas, just so everybody knows, I know everybody always makes fun of these teams we play, but their coach has won over 400 games. Because he's been there 17 years, and they just joined the Summit 2 years ago. I think that's what South Dakota State, North Dakota, Denver, teams like that. That's who they play. They won the conference championship the last 2 years, so it's not a bad team. It's just, but anyway, just wanted to remind everybody because there's nothing in the paper about it. Hey, and then I just want to say one good thing. It's great that the Lobos. If they want to win the conference championship, how much better is it than to have to play the first and second place teams? I mean, you're asking for something really great that we have a chance to really prove how good we really are. So we're really lucky to be able to play 2 out of the first 2 teams. Anyway, that's all I was calling about. Ryan, about baseball too, though.
All right, appreciate you, man.
See you guys.
All right. So St. Thomas, JJ, I believe they were out of Minnesota. They are 2-5 because that coach has been there for 17 years, 400 wins, but I'm pretty sure he's out of eligibility and he's not pitching. They lost 3 of 4 to Abilene Christian, and they lost 2 of 3 to Lindenwood. And so that's who they are. But I'm pretty sure I know this is the right St. Thomas. They are the Tommies, by the way, because of course they are, and the Tommy, and they're out of Minnesota. Make you feel better? And they are in the
Makes me feel.
Ooh, I could shop the Tommy's locker room though here. Dude, look at all their gear though. All right. No, their gear is like their hockey sweaters are. Edward, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Good morning, Edward.
Well, gentlemen, how are you? It's nice to hear Bobcat's voice, as always. Hey, I like when Fred, he just says, I want to say one positive thing, and I like positivity. I try to model my life after positivity. I think the Pit has a unique history. We're very proud of it, and as you referenced, we romanticize the past. We all agree it's an antiquated facility. That's okay. There's a place for it, and there's usefulness for it. But I wanted to tell you, I do like the naming convention. Anything that brings in revenue will be beneficial.
Yes.
But I wanted to tell you, I'm going to be printing money hand over fist in this city. When I open up my tattoo removal parlor, I'm going to I have a naming convention. It's the Zozobra. It's the Zozobra financed tattoo removal parlor. And I'm going to build one in the Uptown area and one in the Renaissance area because I want to make sure I reach all points in the city. But I already talking to Gina Goodson down at ABQ, the magazine, and we're going to have a full soiree to unleash it. But in all seriousness, guys, I think it's good. You know what's interesting about New Mexico State and UNM and UTEP? I think things are going to come full circle. And I would say within a decade, if not earlier, I think they're all going to end up in the same conference again. For travel purposes, monetarily, regional, kind of regional proximity, I think each one of those teams is going to end up in the same conference eventually.
You know what? You know why it's not going to happen? It's not
Go ahead,
happen.
sir.
You know why it won't happen? You know why it won't happen?
Because
Because
of
it makes
football.
too much damn sense. That's why it won't happen. Whatever makes sense doesn't flip and happen. You know that?
I tell you, I think it'd be great. But you're
Yes.
right. The Occam's razor is if it's the most logical solution, it probably won't happen. Now, briefly on the NFL draft, and with Richardson, it's an interesting study, but I think not to be too obtuse with, a general term, but it's about roster development. You've seen the last Super Bowl winners, and outside of Mahomes, it's a well-run organization, obviously, with 3 championships. But Brady went to Tampa, and they had a great roster. The Eagles had a phenomenal roster last year. I think Seattle won this year because their roster and their quarterback delivered. That's why if I was the Vegas Raiders, I would pass on Mendoza. I would try to find a buyer. And, the experts, and by no means am I an expert, are saying on any given year, Mendoza would be like the 3rd or 4th or even 5th quarterback taken on any regular draft. It's not a knock on him. He's a nice young man and a good player. But I would focus on roster development and then go after a quarterback on any regular year, and you're probably going to get similar type results. So I don't know. I think they're going to take him. I think it's going to be a mistake. But I would focus more on overall roster development. And I think if they could buy a buyer like the Jets or, the Colts or one of those teams that is perpetually dysfunctional, then you rebuild your roster, But those are my general thoughts. And I hope you guys have a delightful weekend.
You too. All right. That's interesting. Look, the Richardson thing is one thing. The Raiders passing on Mendoza, going Geno and or Kyler and or something else and getting a haul for that first pick and then maybe dipping into the quarterback pool next year. If you don't, and many people don't, if you don't think Mendoza's that dude, I don't have a problem with it. And in fact, if they got, they turned Crosby and or the first pick, they could get a haul and turn that roster relatively quickly, JJ. And then if they don't hit on quarterback, next year supposedly is way deeper. I don't hate the whole concept of thinking about trading the first pick and not taking Fernando Mendoza.
I don't either. I don't think you're going to be able to get a haul for it.
Well, it's the first overall pick. You always get a haul for that.
Okay. But if everyone's telling you how this quarterback's not good, he's not a franchise player, why are you going to get a haul for the #1 overall pick?
It just takes one team to think that he is that good. But it just takes one team to think that he is that good. And then he's going to save you and give you what market value is.
Are they going to start bidding against themselves? Like, you're going to get, if you trade the #1 overall pick, you'll get next year's first round pick team too.
And this year's.
Which, fine. Yeah. So you're going to get 2 first round picks out of it.
Okay.
For flipping the #1 plus what you have.
And you
I don't
probably
think that's crazy at all.
probably get a lineman or a linebacker or something in there.
Yeah.
It's kind of the DJ
right
Moore
about the
piece.
roster.
Remember when DJ Moore got sent from Carolina to the Bears for that pick? And it was almost like a throw-in, right? Oh, we're going to give you this year's, next year's, and DJ Moore. Well, DJ Moore became a pretty significant player for the Bears. I'm listening.
He was. That was a great trade for Chicago.
If I'm not convinced, and look, if they are convinced, then you take him, you go with it, and you try to make him your franchise quarterback. But if you're not convinced that he's the dude, and you have a plan B, whether that's Kyler Murray, Anthony Richardson, Geno Smith, I mean, whatever's out there. Kirk Cousins. What if they said, you know what? He's not it, guys. He's not it. Let's sign Kirk Cousins for a year. Let's get through this. Let's split the pick. Let's see what we can get for it. Let's build the roster and get into it next year. If you're firmly
might as well keep starting Geno Smith.
Okay, I'm not arguing with you on that either. 505-246-0610. Hey, when I get home, I need a place to unwind. You know why? Life is stressful. Well, if you've had a LaBarge landscape transformation, you've already got a place to unwind. LaBarge Landscape came over to my house, redid my yards. If you've not had LaBarge Landscape, your own backyard probably is just another source of stress. LaBarge creates the landscape of your dreams like they did for me. But this is the season when they start to get busy. So call them now. Take a look at examples of LaBarge Landscape's amazing work. Go to LaBarge, L-A-B-A-R-G-E, LaBargeLandscape.net, and click on the galleries. And you can bounce around and understand why so many people are going over and calling LaBarge. They came to my house. The difference is insane. My backyard was really a chore, and it was a burden. Now it is a place to relax, unwind, of pride. I actually really enjoy it. It's because LaBarge Landscape came over and took care of that for me. You want to get on a maintenance schedule, they'll do that for you. You just need to clean up, they'll take care of that for you. You want a full transformation, they'll do that for you as well. I can't recommend LaBarge Landscape enough. Call them and take care of what's gotten away from you, and that is your yards. LaBarge Landscape, L-A-B-A-R-G-E, LaBargeLandscape.net. Call them at 505-345-3000, make an appointment, and then relax, because LaBarge has you covered.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks. Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Everguard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Everguard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, backed by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66, built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks. Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66, built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family.
Now is the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Well, bracketology is going to be such a real deal now, right? Because not this Sunday, not next Sunday, but the Sunday after is Selection Sunday. And Lobos are right there on the cusp. I was just looking at the bracketology on CBS Sports. The Lobos are the first team out. Looking at the bracketology on ESPN, New Mexico is second of the first four out after Cal. So what would a win over San Diego State do? I mean, I don't know, keeps you on the bubble. What would a loss do? I guess a loss probably doesn't knock you off the bubble, right, JJ, considering everybody else is winning and losing and moving, but I don't know, behoove yourself to go out and secure some big victories down the stretch.
It pushes you down the bubble. Got to climb back up that ladder. And then it means that you're at the mercy of more results as you drop down that bubble rank.
Yeah, and you know what happens when you put your fate into somebody else's hands, when you don't control it. It rarely goes your way. All right, you're welcome to get in today as we wrap up this week. 505-246-0610. Your emails, as they always do, they come in at Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com and JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. A couple of pieces of news this morning. I don't know that I find this to be gigantic news because I think we already kind of knew it as we went through this, but the story is coming out this morning that the Cowboys are going to place the franchise tag on George Pickens. I swear I put this out there on the news a week and a half ago, right? That they're going to do it today officially, placing the franchise tag on George Pickens. So that means Pickens and Bob, I don't know how he's going to how he's going to survive this year, how he's going to eat. But the franchise tag, so what the franchise tag means is each team's allowed to tag one guy whose contract is up, and that means they've got to pay him. Changes at the top 4 of that position, top 3 of that position. Is that what the number is? Something along those lines.
I believe the franchise tag for the wide receiver is $28 million.
Yeah, no, I know what the number is, but is it? How do you get to that number? Is it like top 2 or 3 average of that position? Whatever it is, $28 million for this 1 year. Bob, could you handle it?
I would have difficulty, but I would certainly not mind trying.
Cut a few corners.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to eat a few free Firehouse subs for breakfast or something.
Yeah. Downgrade my ramen from the really good stuff to just
to the store brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
by the way, that chicken cheddar sub, JJ.
Delicious.
Yeah, you had the same one?
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So the Cowboys met with Pickens representatives evidently yesterday, and they were general, evidently not in depth, and they'd like to get a long-term deal done, but they're not going to. There's just no way. Pickens wants north of $30 million for a long-term deal. They've already got a receiver at CeeDee Lamb making north of $30 million. You've seen what happens in Cincinnati. That's what the salary cap's $159 million, if I'm not mistaken. You got a quarterback who's making 54, 55. You put another 62. What is that? Basically 117 million on 3 guys. You can't put a roster together. You just can't do it. And that's why, they're gonna have to franchise tag him, and that's how that's gonna have to be.
You don't want to be the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah.
With T. Higgins, Ja'Marr Chase, and Joe Burrow, which is cool for fantasy football, but not a way to win a lot of games in the NFL. And if you're George Pickens, the reason these guys want the long-term deals, yes, it's more money, but it's the guarantees that come with it. You're guaranteed more money over multiple years. This is a $28 million check. That's yours regardless if you play this.
That's right.
I think ultimately they'll play the back and forth game because this allows them to still negotiate a long-term contract. But if I'm Dallas, I maybe float an offer or 2, but I can't sign him long-term for that. That's not good roster management. He was awesome last year. That offense with him, CeeDee Lamb, Javonte Williams, Dak Prescott should be good. But committing that much money is not the route for that team to win games when you need to spend that money in the secondary.
All right, I gave you bad numbers. So the salary cap is between $301.2 and $305 million. So let's just say call it $305 million. But you got Prescott making, I think it's 58. You got CeeDee Lamb making 32. So let's just say you give this guy $30 million, right? That's $120 million of your $303 million salary cap is going to 3 dudes. And yet your pass rusher wants to get paid, and your left tackle wants to get paid, and your cornerback wants to get paid, and your linebacker right? You can't pay everybody. And I hate saying this because it sounds disrespectful, and I don't intend it to be. But JJ, I can go out and find receivers. Now, can I find a George Pickens? I don't know, man. But I got a CeeDee Lamb. And if there's a position to me where there feels like there's a dearth of talent, it's not quarterback, right? You can't find a quarterback. You super value a left tackle. Feels like, I look at like Michael Wilson's emergence with Cardinals this year, or Puka Nacua being drafted in the 5th round. JJ, and there's like 11 dudes who rate 1st or 2nd round in this year's draft. That feels to me, I like George Pickens. It feels like a luxury buy, right? It feels like, I'd love a second set of golf clubs to keep at my vacation. That's what it feels like to me, as opposed to a necessity where I need to spread that money around. Is that a fair analogy? Right,
yeah, and I'm not picking a wide receiver in the 1st round.
No.
Either on the Dallas Cowboys. So I'm not really looking at that. Puka is one of those outliers. You're not finding an elite wide receiver in the 5th round. But what you're getting at is even the veteran wide receiver market is going to be cheaper to bring in a number 2.
That's right.
You have CeeDee Lamb.
That's right.
That's the difference in this conversation.
That's exactly.
If you didn't, then we'd be talking about Pickens being the wide receiver when you're moving forward, etc. But you have a CD Lamb.
Exactly.
And just look at Cincinnati, man. Yeah, you love talent. You want to try to keep it. But paying 2 wide receivers just doesn't make sense. It doesn't change the game for anyone.
All right, let's go to you.
You pay 1 alpha wide receiver.
Ken, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hello, Ken.
Hello, guys. I'd like to pivot a little bit back to Lobo basketball.
Yeah.
That press conference yesterday was awesome with Nusenda, the naming rights.
Yep.
That's, I don't know, like 17 mil or something over 10 years.
Yep.
Great, stable bank. They were, into education. They're a local bank.
Credit union.
I think it's better. It's just awesome. The pit powered by Nusenda.
Yep.
And then kind of parlaying that into the game this weekend. Super excited for this first year coach doing what he's doing. When you put things in perspective, CSU, UNLV, first year coaches just not quite living up to expectation. You look at Pitino, what he's doing at Xavier, dead last in the conference, winning 5 games so far, and rumors out there that he might be on his way out, not getting fired, but maybe looking around. When there's smoke, there's usually fire, so that would be terrible. And I love what Olin said. I think it was the Mountain West Conference Connection podcast or something like that. I can't remember, but he said a place like New Mexico, it's just ready to win. It's just ready to win. You don't have to come in and recreate any kind of buzz. You don't have to come in and try to talk about, better facilities, money, nothing. It's right there. It's ready to go. And when you see that, I wonder if there's a lot of truth to that. One thing that I was looking at is, when a coach leaves for another school, how do they do? You look at Alford. Well, he didn't last in UCLA.
Look at
didn't
Pitino.
work. You look at Pitino. Didn't quite work. So you wonder the magic here is maybe something to do with that building, the university, the support.
The commitment, man. It's the commitment. And that's what was lacking in football these years. No, Ken, you're dead on right. It's commitment. And Eric, when I interviewed him, he was on the post-game show after he won his 20th game of the year. I did that game. And he's like, let's not make it something it is. He's like, everybody wins 20th. And I'm like, well, no, that's not right. I mean, Rich McKay didn't, Fran Fraschilla didn't. There's a list of guys who Pitino didn't, I don't think. And he said, you're supposed to win. He says, that's the expectation here. He's so downplayed winning 20 in his first year. Is like, you're supposed to do that here because basically, and he didn't say this, you've got the commitment, you've got the resources to win.
Yeah, and you look at the difference. So what's the difference? They talk about GCU, the show, whatever, the party that's going on. You take the students away from GCU, you take the students away from Utah State. Yeah. What do you have in that building?
Nothing.
It's a morgue. That's not the pit. Even the chairback get going. When it's a pit game, the 80-year-olds, 70-year-olds, they're rocking too. It goes all the way down to the floor, up to the mezzanine. It's not just our student section.
Right.
Our student section wouldn't even be top 3 or 4, to be honest with you. It's us. It's people that have lived here forever that just bleed Lobo Red. And, my girls now go all the time. They graduated for UNM. I graduated UNM. My wife graduated UNM. And that's what this place is about. And the only one that I can think of that is doing really, really well is probably Richie McKay. He's doing pretty good at Liberty.
He found his spot.
And, Alford can't get it quite going like he did at New Mexico at Nevada. And I'm thinking it's that special, salsa that we have here.
Yep.
And he just can't quite, duplicate it because of all the things we just talked about. So
that's great.
Go Lobos tomorrow. I'm pumped, man.
Great call.
Talk to you soon.
All right. So he just made a couple of really big points. And I want to hit on, expound on the perspective. And it's so good that he said this, JJ, because you lose a game and all of a sudden Olin can't make adjustments and Olin needs to play the 2 bigs. And look around first-year coaches around this league and around this country, and he's dead ass right. The other first-year coaches in this league are Josh Pastner at UNLV. How's that work? That's what I thought. Go to Colorado State. How's Ali Farokhmanesh doing? They're in 5th place, 6th place. They were picked to be 2nd or 3rd. They went to the NCAA tournament 2nd round last year, right? And almost got to the Sweet 16. How's Richard Pitino doing at Xavier? Wow, Jeff, it's the Big East. I don't care. They're supposed to win, right? Go look around. perspective is hard when you're in the middle of it and when emotion takes over. But if you think this guy can't coach, you're out of your mind. And you'll miss him when he's gone in 3 weeks if that's the case. Because I think Arizona State, Oregon State, Kansas State probably all think he can coach. You think I'm wrong on the perspective, JJ, when you look around, and I get it, man. You're in the middle of it, and you raise the bar, and you forget he's a first-year coach with nothing left from last year's team. And where they are is pretty damn commendable, if not, I mean, amazing might be a little bit too big of a word, but commendable and pick your superlative.
It's one thing to have expectations. It's another thing to meet those expectations. When you're in your first year and you had to completely rebuild the roster. Now, in this era of basketball, I even pushed it a little bit higher. Given the fact you can come in, pick exactly everyone you want for this roster. Now, was it the quote-unquote pick of the litter at that point in time? Maybe not, but you got pieces in here that were successful right away. You're still in a position to win a regular season championship. You handle your business. The games are right there in front of you against the big-time teams in this conference. What Eric Olin has done this season is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Even with the expectations that this fan base has, the expectations he had with the way that he reacted to winning 20 games, but still to do it in year one is very impressive.
Yeah, he almost gave me, that's a stupid question. You know, when I asked, like, everybody's done it. Why, it's not that big of a deal. I'm like, no, man, it is kind of a big deal. Here's a list of dudes who didn't do it. Pretty good coaches. Priscilla, McKay, you know, a bunch of dudes didn't do it. The other one's on the Pit, and I said this in the first hour. The way Nucenda's handled this, understanding what that place means, and naming it the Pit, powered by Nucenda, not Nucenda Arena, the Pit, or all this. And I give incredible credit to Wise Pies and to Dreamstyle for stepping up when this community needed it and doing something that had not been done on that building and finding a way for the university to generate revenue. And now this $17.4 million deal from with an alum running that place, understanding that place to me is the most recognizable landmark in all of our state, and handling it the right way. I think it was a win-win, and the money goes a long way. I got a break. I got two lines buzzing at me. We'll hit those when we get back. If you're on the phone, stay there. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
The Sports Animal is live.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now. Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on, savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch Mexico's best.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out
I really feel good about this game. Met JT Rock. His great uncle is a friend of mine. Play golf together. Just what a super young man.
Yep, I'm a big fan
What
of
a
him.
pleasant young man.
Yep.
What a he loves it here.
Yep.
He walks in shorts. I said, I bet you can't do that in South Dakota. He said, no way.
Yeah.
No way, man. So I'm looking for a big game from JT, and I think he's going to continue to emerge as a guy that you can really rely on. He can score with either hand. You know, he's a guy that I think could be the X factor in this game, and I hope Antonio Chol has got his knee issues, because I saw him, and they had some kind of pad or something over his knee. I think he's got some kind of creaky knee. Got to forget about it, and he's just got to play to his potential, because Antonio Chol is a key to this game.
No,
too,
they need it. He's
can
a key.
defend.
He's a key to the success the rest of the season. I firmly believe that they've got to get him out of this funk. I firmly
Absolutely.
believe. All right, man. Enjoy the game.
Final
Oh yeah.
thoughts.
Okay, go.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Final
go.
thoughts.
Yeah.
You know what? You got another $1.74 million a year at least in the coffers to keep talent. And by the way, Olin's not going anywhere. He's ours. We got him. He's such a great guy. He had his wife there last night. Tankowitz had his wife and his little boy there, and they went around, shook everybody's hands. You know, guys that are getting ready to leave don't do that. I noticed Richard Pitino when it was his time to leave. All of a sudden, he'd come in, do a show, and slip out the back door.
All right.
Yeah, you notice stuff like that when you go to Lobo Talk all the time. And I think he's really investing in this community, and he just got a bunch more money to retain talent. That's a huge shot in the arm. And Jeff, have you been practicing that, the pit powered by Nusenda?
You know, when it's time, I'll be ready. It's like everybody says, "You ready for the bowl game?" No, but I'll be ready when it's time. I'll be ready when it's.
Yeah, see, that's what happens when you're a professional.
That's correct.
Like Jeff Symbieta.
Yeah, that's exactly
it's already
right.
rolling off the tip of his tongue.
Exactly right.
So
The
we'll
pit
see you out there
powered by
tomorrow.
Nusenda.
It's going to be a great game. I had eye surgery on Monday, so I'm good enough that I can go out in the elements now. I'm going to have to catch some baseball this afternoon.
right,
I've been
enjoy
missing
it.
some Lobo baseball. And by the way, people, it's free. Free. Free.
Yeah, that's cheap.
Just walk into the park. What's your excuse?
All right, man. Feel better and have fun tomorrow.
Yep.
All right. So JJ on the Dutcher thing, and I think people should boo Brian Dutcher, and you know what he said should piss you off. Let me tell you this though. I've always found, and you tell me if I'm wrong. I've always found Brian Dutcher, San Diego State coach, to be nothing but class. And you know, he said, why would we schedule games at altitude when we don't have to? They're already going to play 3 of them or whatever. Like, I don't like it either. It bums me out, and I can totally understand why you as a Lobo fan would take that personally. But I've always found him to be first class.
I don't have any problems with Dutcher. Like, it's frustrating that what he said about altitude, because they don't have to in non-conference.
Yeah.
You know, it's different when it's a conference team, but yeah, non-conference, they're not coming here.
Jeffrey, good morning. Thanks for holding here on the Sports Animal. What's good?
Well, we disparage Laramie too, so you know we can't be hypocritical about that. But anyway, I hadn't called in a while, but you had talked about something that resonated with me. I wanted to resurrect the topic. Earlier, you were talking about intense, highly competitive rivalries with the Lobos and the eventual loss of those coveted rivalries, like Utah, obviously the jettison of San Diego State. But I'm old enough to remember in the mid-'70s a coveted rivalry with Arizona and Arizona State in the old WAC. And I remember when they went to the Pac-8 or Pac-10, I forgot what it was called.
Well, it was the 8. It was
left.
8, and they made it to 10. Yeah.
There you go. It felt like a real loss to the WAC, but we still had retained Utah and BYU. And again, at some point in the 80s, or I think it was in the 90s, when Utah and BYU left, that was another round of, you know, us old-time Lobo fans feeling like,
no doubt,
you know, just the degradation of the competitiveness of the overall, you know, league.
Yeah.
And somewhere in between all of that, the coveted rivalry with Utah left. I know they're being reintroduced, but the rivalry with Arizona State, a little bit later with Utah and BYU, even though they were concomitant when we were playing all 4, and with UTEP, those were intense rivalries. And those were back in the days when you had 18, 19,000 people at the pit. So the loss of San Diego State for someone like me who's, experienced 50 years, 60 years of Lobo basketball, probably 50 years is more fair. The loss of San Diego State, while it's meaningful in my nostalgic perspective, it doesn't compare to the loss of Utah and BYU or the loss of Arizona State.
I think that's fair, but Jeffrey,
that's not to diminish the loss. And one final point, as much as we have an abhorrence for San Diego State, people like me that have been going to games since the 70s, no one was as reviled as BYU.
Yeah, that's right. No, that's right. Let me ask you this. So, and I'm not looking to make a list on which one hurt more. I'm just saying this revives that feeling. This one feels like, damn, that's another kick in the junk. That another really good rivalry that has helped build Lobo basketball to what it is expiring. That is no longer going to be there. And that, I'm not looking to say, look, I get it. The Utah thing and even BYU, certainly, but of the modern day, pick your 25, 30-year-old Lobo fan. This is their BYU Utah.
Absolutely. But me being in my 60s, it really hit me as an early 20-year-old, or wherever I was, going to Lobo games since I was 10, when Arizona State left.
That.
It really sort of like coalesced this idea that and I know this is really something I get criticized for because I'm an indigenous, multi-generational New Mexican, but it's almost like the insecurity we're not good enough.
Yeah, I get that.
And it's a really difficult thing to come to terms with, to even say that out loud.
I know.
But that insecurity as a culture in New Mexico, it's a real thing.
It goes beyond basketball, well beyond basketball. All right, man. I know you'll enjoy the game out there. I'll see you out there. Appreciate the call. That's a great phone call. All right, if you're there, stay there. I want to hit. Keep them coming. This is actually really good hour of phone calls. JJ, sit back. Like, that's what we're doing, just listening. But I think the perspective's great. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy.
To cover the Lobos and everything that's going on there. Coming up in about a week and a half. All right, 505-246-0610. Bob, who do I got? Oh, yeah, you already told me that. Josue, good morning, Hoser. How are you? You're on the Sports Animal. What's good, Hoser?
Good morning. Happy Whole Friday, fellas.
Yeah, we did it in the early time, man. I don't know if you ever got a 7 o'clock hour hole in, but we did today.
Oh, wow. No, usually, when I used to produce the show, I'd forget. I mean, like, whoa,
I know.
It's 8:30. We better get one in. Or
that's why Bob did it.
But usually 8:30, that's the sweet spot, right?
That's why Bob
around there.
That's why Bob did it when he did it. He's like, oh, I remembered now. I better do it now before I forget.
Hey, there you go. Might as well get that in.
Yeah.
Man, tomorrow night, tomorrow at noon, high noon matchup with San Diego State for the last time. And I remember the first time we did the Stripe Out game, and I got to be a part of that national TV.
Yeah.
Man, it was rocking. It was special. And just like my good friend Jeffrey said, what did he call himself? Indigenous, multicultural,
multi-generational, I believe is what he said.
Oh, multiracial. Okay. All
generational.
Right. Yeah. Wow.
Generational.
Amazing guy. But yeah, just the excitement that it's going to bring, and everybody that has a ticket to that. I mean, just enjoy the moment. Unfortunately, I won't be there, but I will be watching on TV and getting the sense of what that feels like. What the nation is going to see. And yeah, I mean, those are the things that, you would hope that later on people would just, like you always say, Jeff, like common sense, these things work. These things are great. We sell out, we sell tickets for these. Let's try to get these going, even if it's not in the same conference. Let's just do something that works instead of just busting it up because we're after a bigger bag or whatnot. I think the bag will come. But it's I sure hate to see it over the years. The different schools that have left. That who knows? It might have this Mountain West might be something different if they all would have stayed together. But it is what it is. But anyways, I can't wait for tomorrow. And another shout out to my good buddy Edward. I love it when he makes those jokes, and he kind of laughs at himself. That's hilarious. Keep it up, guys.
All right, man. Good to hear you. Hoser called it 505-246-0610. So validation for me, at least, JJ. At least I'm not. I know I'm not alone in this feeling. It's just a different feel with this thing tomorrow. And why would you say, oh, they'll never be back? I don't know, man. Has BYU or Utah been back in the pit since they left? The answer is no, right?
No.
Yeah. And if you're a Lobo fan of a certain ilk, there was a time you're like, oh, you took it for granted. That was an every year thing. Rick Majerus was coming down that ramp every year. Jimmer Fredette and BYU and whoever it happened to be that you hated on that. They were coming and they've never been. And I'm not sure they're ever coming. That's right. I mean, I don't.
This is to Jeffrey's point. This is really the why not us? Like of all all the years that, why not us? What did UNM not accomplish? I understand it's football success, man, but there's one where you could have that what you bring to the table, the market building something, and to be on the outside looking in, it really does hurt, man. And tomorrow it's going to be fun. Regular season that I don't think it's really set in what it's going to be, and I wouldn't want it to as a fan. Like, enjoy this moment right now. This last 3 games with so much on the line in regular season, still a fantastic opportunity in Las Vegas. Like, enjoy the moment. Because I don't know if anyone has wrapped their mind around it. I'm fine that haven't yet. Like, conference play next year is going to stink.
I mean, I don't know if it's going to stink, but it's going to be significantly.
There's going to be nothing to get excited about. It's 1 game against Nevada at home. If you can miss me with you thinking UTEP's going to be any good.
No, I'm not. That's not where I was going. I just think it's going to be conference play, and whilst it's going to take some adjustment, I think it's still going to be conference play basketball, and it's still going to be Lobo basketball, and they're still going to. But so you think this fan base is just done? Like you think this is the end of Lobo basketball as you know?
No, I don't think there's. You play to win the game.
Okay.
You win a conference championship. You hang that banner. You cut down nets. 100%. But unless it's Nevada or UNLV, which it might be,
it's going to be hard. So you're not into the Grand Canyon thing? You don't buy into that?
Well, Grand Canyon's there.
Okay.
But and it's UNLV might be better by just default. They're not having playing San Diego State and Utah State. But it's going to take some time to build it back up to be talking about a game of this magnitude late in the season.
So I agree with you to some respect, and I disagree to another respect. I agree with you. It's not going to be the same. I'm not ready to say I think conference play is going to stink. I'm not there yet. I think Nevada will be good. I think UNLV will be good. I think Grand Canyon will be good. Is it going to be different? Like, honestly, how excited, as good as Utah State's been, do you get, Utah State's coming. That's awesome. Nobody gets Boise State, whatever, Leon Rice, and but the league isn't going to be as good. I'm not there. I think this fan base, I think global basketball is bigger than well, we're going to fall apart because these 5 teams left. Is it different?
Yeah,
yes.
That has nothing to do with it.
Okay.
You get excited for UC Davis?
No. Do you get excited for Air Force now? Do you get excited for Fresno State?
No.
You get excited for Fresno State?
You're going to play Air Force, you're going to play San Jose State? No, but I think that the top of the league, like I'm disappointed in everything.
Yeah.
There's going to be good matches. I'm not saying global basketball is falling off, but I'm thinking we're going to miss this feeling.
Those, to me, 2 different things. And we're going to miss this feeling. I'm not there where I think it's going to.
I never said global basketball is falling off.
No. You said what you said is the league.
Yeah, it's going to stink.
And I'm not there.
UNLV's not going to be an at-large team next year. Nevada, New Mexico, and Grand Canyon could be what we see right now with New Mexico, Utah State, and San Diego State, but the depth is.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
I'm not breaking
all of that. The depth is gone. I totally agree with that. I just not where I think it's gonna stink. But
I think Boise State and Utah State matter a lot more to this fan base
than
even with San Diego State being at the top. Like Utah State's been good. It's been the team you've been trying to beat, want to beat. The Leon Rice factor for Boise State, like those are interesting, meaningful storylines.
Okay, I mean they've been good games. I just don't know that anybody. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be totally wrong. All right, we got, if you're there, 2 lines lit. We'll get you in before we get out of here. 505-246-0610. I got to ask you how you're feeling. And I hope you feel great, but if you're tired all the time, gaining some weight, losing muscle, or struggling to focus, there's some help for you locally, and you're definitely not alone. A lot of men deal with these issues. They don't even realize it's normal. Hormones can be playing a major role in how you're feeling, and Vita Vital Medical is here to help. They're local. They're in Albuquerque. They're licensed providers specialize in men's health, and they create a personalized treatment plan for you. They take the time to understand what's going on with your body, what your goals are, and they put together a program created specifically for you. It's proven to work. Thousands of men around the world feel better because of these programs. Vita Vital Medical offers testosterone replacement therapy, ED treatments, peptide therapy, all help restore your strength, your confidence, your energy, and your performance. So don't wonder what's wrong, hoping things are going to change. Figure it out. Call Vita Vital Medical, 505-240-8559. 505-240-8559. They're online at VitaVitalMedical.com. That's V-I-D as in David A, V-I-T as in Thomas A-L. VitaVitalMedical.com, and take control of your health with Vita Vital Medical, Albuquerque's hormone health experts.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, backed by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
You don't even have to start at Duke and Louisville. Go to BYU or Colorado or Cincinnati or Cal or Stanford or Baylor, right? It doesn't have to be the top of those power conference leagues. You saw it's the name, dude. You saw what happened when football beat UCLA. They weren't the top. Going and beating a bottom tier Big Ten team was way better than going and losing to a top tier team, right? Go play someone like Xavier or right or Providence. I mean, those teams, right? Go play one of those teams. Go play Minnesota. Go play Northwestern. It doesn't have to be Michigan, Ohio State, Duke, North Carolina. But the power conference teams gets this fan base fired up, and you got a chance to win.
No, totally agree. I mean, I just pick any team. I use those teams because those are teams that like I loathe and I want to beat because they are who they are. And so, you know, let's go be some true road warriors. Obviously, get some neutral site games. Let's go to the big conferences and try and make some noise. And until then, as much as I hate San Diego State, as much as I hate these other teams, I'm going to miss them because I need somewhere to direct my ire during the week. And this week it'll be raised because it'll be the last time for the foreseeable future. And I hope we show out and give our players a real taste of what a pig game looks like, man. And so it'll be a fun farewell, but it'll also be a little bit sad to see them going.
All right, enjoy tomorrow. Thanks, man. Anthony, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hi, Anthony.
Hey, gentlemen. Jeff, I agree with you, buddy. I'm old enough to remember when our huge rival was UTEP.
Yep.
Back in the old WAC days. And UTEP moved on, and everybody was complaining because we moved on, actually.
Yeah.
And then it became BYU and Utah. And then when they moved on, it became San Diego State. I don't know if JJ's old enough to remember, but San Diego State was a doormat. They were a 6-win team before Fisher got there. Those guys were just unbelievable. Maybe 2 or 3. They looked like San Jose State back in the day.
No doubt.
So they built themselves into a rival because BYU and Utah left. So they had the opportunity to grow in this league. I think, you know, Grand Canyon, UNLV, Nevada, those teams will have the opportunity to grow. But I will trade rivals with championships any day. I think the UNM's on the verge of dominating in football and dominating in basketball for the next 5 to 10 years, as long as the Mountain West looks the way it's going to look. We have the opportunity to just keep bringing in championships. And I agree with the last caller. Every year in basketball, we should be the favorite to either win it outright or win the tournament. So we're going to have a great opportunity to get into the NCAA tournament every year by just winning our tournament. So go out and schedule. Get those 2 or 3 road games and put some big games on the schedule because you know when it comes to conference time, we should dominate, and we should have a golden opportunity to get to the tournament every single day. And somebody's going to rise up, and we will find ourselves a new UTEP, a new Utah, a new BYU, a new San Diego State. But Utah State, not a rival, guys. Colorado State, not really a rival, never really built into anything. San Diego State's the one that we're going to miss, but we can go play them there. If they want to play, let's go there.
Can do that too.
We're gonna have a great season coming ahead, and football as well. I know a lot of people were crying when the Mountain West broke up, but I'm looking at the opportunity of, we could be that 10-2 team every single year battling for conference championships, and that's fun. This year football.
It's good, Anthony. The glass is half full, and I appreciate you. Thanks for the call. What do you think of that perspective, man? Because it's glass half full as opposed to woe is me.
I appreciate that perspective. Did I get a little over my skis? Sure. But you are losing meaningful games.
There's no doubt.
Like, even if you don't think Utah State was a rivalry, that was a great game to watch.
Every year.
So you're going from 6 great games a year to 3.
No, look.
And I don't think, dude, UTEP, Wyoming, San Jose State, maybe 10 years from now has the intensity, but if it hasn't happened now, I don't think it's going to have that intensity just because they're winning a few extra games in a new look. Wow.
I mean, losing Utah
to his
State,
point, let's win championships and hang banners. Let's go.
Losing San Diego State, Utah State, Colorado State, Boise State, and adding UTEP, UC Davis, and Hawaii. Yeah, I mean, nobody's arguing that you upgraded. Nobody. I'm just not to the place yet where I believe it's going to suck. Now, we could sit here next year, 365 days from now, and I could say, you know what, dude, you're right. It kind of sucks. And I hope it doesn't.
Was that hot take you with? Sure, but even if you don't think Boise State or Utah State or even Colorado State are rivals, those were meaningful games.
No doubt.
That you lose.
Well, and they were good
now
metric
it's like,
games.
let's get excited for UC Davis and Air Force now, and the games that have been there, but that are just going to be more.
Yeah, you go through that stretch where you're playing UC Davis, Air Force, and UTEP, and it's going to be damn, dude. I mean, hopefully we can not just win all 3, but hopefully our net ranking doesn't fall by winning, right? Because it's incumbent upon UTEP. I mean, evidently UC Davis has a boatload of money. All right, get better, because you're not good right now. Because as I look at the Big West, UC Davis is 17-12 overall and 10-8 in the Big West. Right? You just, okay, wow, you got great facility. Get better. Big weekend, man. Enjoy it. JJ will have the Lobo women's basketball from Reno here on the Sports Animal tomorrow at 1:30. Lobo men, 11:30 pregame, noon tip over on News Radio KKOB. The Herd with Colin Cowherd is next. The Jim Rome Show is after that. Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas comes in at 4 o'clock. We're back with award-winning radio Monday starting at 7 a.m. Adrian, great week. Appreciate what you do on the TV side. Bob, thank you for getting up early. 3 mornings in a row, dude. Love having you here. Thank you for everything.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you a lot. Big weekend, JJ.
Huge.
Enjoy it. Safe travels. Be good to each other. He's JJ Buck. I'm Jeff Symbieta. Have a great, safe weekend. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico